Hello and welcome back. And today I have a frequency counter, and it's from Thandar, and it's a TF600. And Thandar, maybe you don't immediately recognize the name, but it is what is now AIM's TTI right now, and they even use the same coding. And this is the TF600. So this one goes up to 600. And this one is the TF930, and that goes up to 3 GHz. So you can see that the naming, the TF, they still used. So that is nice. So I'm gonna see, well, if you can see, it is used. I found it in the north. And let's see if it still works. And on top of that, I also have its brother or sister. And that is it's rebranded by RS. It's a function generator. It's the TG-102. But as you see, it's rebranded. I have, I'm not sure if you can see it on the screen, but here you see it's from Thandar, the TG-102, and it's exactly the same. So we're gonna see if this one works. What I already noticed is that this one has a built-in power supply and a frequency counter. You need to feed with 12 volts. It has an external power supply, but the nice thing is it has an external clock input, so that already shows me it is a professional meter. But let's see if it still works. And here it is. We connected the power. Well, as you can see, it can absolutely needs a cleaning job. It does look old, but somehow I think it is probably not that bad because of the external reference, and also it already goes up to 600. So and I did find already a sticker also, and it was last tested in 2003, so that's only 17 years ago, so it's probably still good, and someone put a golden star, so this must be one of the best. I was just checking the back and I see it as a battery compartment. Yeah, we do have to open it because I cannot reach it, but it doesn't look like there are batteries inside, so that's good. It does say external clock input, but it doesn't say how much, so we need to find out if it's one that you have with the old devices, or it's just 10 that we have regularly, or also here you have the switch, internal, external, what you find with the HP models. With the newer models like this one from the TTI, it automatically detects when there is an external reference and then it just switches over. But this is like the HP, you really need to switch it over. So I can get the documentation, but I think I will just open it. Well, what I didn't expect is that it actually looks very nice from the inside, because the outside really looks dusty and dirty. But when you have a look at the inside, it turns out that nobody had opened it before, or at least was always in a clean environment. And yes, I'm actually very surprised, and the battery compartment still looks very nice. And yes. Well, yeah, if you have a look, it all looks very nice and clean. And the switches seems to go fine, no problem there. And yeah, well, I talked about the reference, and here you can adjust the frequency, and also in the bottom, so you don't need to open it. And it actually is a standard crystal of 10 megahertz. So yeah, I think I will just clean it and then we put it to the test. Yeah, even though the casing is all plastic, They did put some metallic foil just to get rid of interference, and the same they did here. And even the battery compartment, and I don't know if this is done after or it's by design, but they even put the battery compartment in aluminium just to, yeah, also to close it completely, and I like that. So here we have it. It's clean. It looks a lot better, almost new, and that's how I like to see it. And I was a bit surprised about the battery, but I should not have been actually, because this one also is battery powered, and the Thandar or the TTI just really were thinking ahead about using it outside frequency counters, because yeah, I don't know where this is from, but I have here a sticker from 1988, and so maybe it's from that date, or it's when the warranty expires, so it's kind of old, but it's still up to 600. Yes, and they already had the battery, and even you can choose between normal batteries and rechargeable batteries, so there was even an option to charge this, and that's why it has an external power adapter, because of the mobile use. And I kind of like they stick to it even with this one, so yeah. I will be starting by running it on its own oscillator, and just feeding in 10 megahertz as I usually do. There is no switch between the A and the B channel. It's just that you have here your range switches, the 10 megahertz, 100 megahertz, and the 600. And it's just that the 600 only works on the B, so that's how they do it. Oh, and I'm talking and talking, and it is 10. That is not bad, running on its own oscillator. Let's see if we can add a 0. I don't think that's bad at all, just out of the box. But it's going up, so it needs to stabilize still, and then we can adjust it. What I want to do is see if it can run from its external, and then see how high it goes. I'm just guessing that it should be 10, so I put it in the back, switch it over to external. I get another cable, and I will use my Marconi to feed in some signal. Yeah, let's see if that's enough. 300 megahertz. Probably need to feed in more. Let's go to 20 millivolts or something, just to... Yeah. Well, it seems that the external reference is working fine. There is no indication though that it runs on external, but yeah, there is no chance that this is this internal oscillator. Well, I can test it by taking it out. Okay, let's see how high it goes. I will put it on external again. It should go to 600, so let's see. TF600, and I'm on 20 millivolts, and I kind of have as a, if it's everything below 50 it's good. So let's see if I go back to 10. Even 10 millivolts, it's super sensitive. 1 millivolt? No, it's not taking 1 millivolt. So okay, but not bad at all. Not bad at all. I like it. Let's do 650 just to see how frequency. We are up to 750 megahertz and it's still counting, and we are on 20 millivolts. So I can go back to 10 to see. Even on 10 millivolts it is still doing 750 megahertz, and it should only do 600. So I'm really surprised. Where is the limit? Let's go to 800. Okay, now it starts to miss beats slowly. We can go back to 20 millivolts. And go a little bit higher. No. 832 is the maximum. This is great, and it's only on 20 millivolts. It's not that I'm feeding in full TTL. No, I'm just feeding 20 millivolts only, and it goes up 832. I'm impressed. Look at that running on its own oscillator. 10 0 0 0 0 0, and it's quite easy to adjust. I like it. Yeah, I'm really impressed about this meter. Okay, now we have the brother sister. Well, it can use a cleaning job also. Okay, the TG-102 is also open, and look at this. I also put some cleaning, and it already does look a lot better. Yeah, this is the inside. Yeah, not too much about it. I only see here that there is a pot here that looks a bit dirty. I think they tried to use contact cleaner, and here it's the same. So I need to clean that. But the rest I'm just wondering if it works. But I first just wanted to clean it and show you the inside. Look at this, doesn't it look amazing? They almost look new, they work perfectly. I've put them on the scope. Well, I can show you. Well, it should go up to 2 megahertz, and as you can see it does that. The counter is just counting that. If you look at the, let's put it on the oscilloscope. Let's we have our beautiful sign. We have a proper square. Let's zoom in a bit. Little overshoot, not too much, and that's it. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you next time.